Konnichiwa, my swordlings. We are back. Welcome back to Fighting Streamers. How are you swordlings doing? As you can see today, I have some sushi. for today's meal. Let's see if chat. Dain-san, welcome to the stream. Konbanwa to you as well. As you probably noticed, this stream is starting earlier. I went into my YouTube analytics and it said that the stream, the best time to start streams on Sundays were at, well, this time. Because that's when most swordlings are active. So I went with that. And it seems like there are a bunch of swordlings here. Look at you. So yes, it's been quite an eventful week, I would say. How many of you swordlings have seen the new Square Enix iceberg video? That's one that I've been working on for quite a while. That was a fun one to work on. Can't be awake too late on Sunday, sadly. Gotta make money for my baka boss on Monday morning, you know? Yes, I understand. I have work in the morning as well. But I won't be going for long. These streams are usually between 1 and 2 hours long. So if you think you're going to miss out, they're not too long. So yes, that was really fun. A lot of Square Enix fans in the comments. You swordlings, of course. However, I am going to get into it, as some of you noticed earlier today, most likely. This is a good time for stream. Okay, I see. Yes. Well, that's what YouTube was telling me as well. So they have a little schedule that shows when the subscribers are most active. So they have to be right on that, because we have a bunch of swordlings right now in chat. I see Vomidono in chat, and a lot of other familiar swordling names in here. But yes, the new video is an iceberg video, which I'm sure you are familiar with. They are different types of videos than one I usually make. But since I saw there were a bunch of Final Fantasy ones, for some reason, there were no Square Enix ones. Can you believe that? There was not a single Square Enix one as a whole. So I took it upon myself as a fan and a knowledgeable video game player when it comes to JRPGs and Square Enix. I decided, yes, I am going to make that iceberg. Arigato for the link, Womidono. Now, as some of you saw earlier today, there's a lot of swordlings who have not seen the video. And don't get me wrong here. I don't blame you swordlings. I blame YouTube this time. That's right. They've been doing this for a long time. Over the last year or so, or maybe longer than that, I have seen swordlings say that, wow, I thought you stopped making videos, even though I was frequently uploading videos, and they just haven't gotten notifications or anything. I'm sure there's at least one of you in chat that it happened to as well. Kenny-kun, welcome. Margus might not be Guile in Chrono Cross. No, he is. I know. I paid a lot of attention in the early 2000s, and around when the game came out, and were in lots of discussions surrounding the game. And yes, he was supposed to be Margus. Now you can't tell in the game itself because they never got to that reveal. But yes, it is very interesting. This is the first notification I got for probably over a year. Do you see? Right there, YouTube is doing something scummy. Chef-sama, am I allowed to play Pokemon? You are allowed to play anything. But you will risk yourself getting brainwashed, so I'm gonna tell you not to. Just for your own safety. You shouldn't be playing Nintendo games in general. But yes, YouTube has done this. I made a tweet to call out YouTube, and they responded to the tweet. And they said that I was the problem. I'm the issue. I've made videos for my swordlings that every one of you have enjoyed, and they blame me and said that maybe you need to do different type of content. Excuse me, YouTube, but you should fire people who go around and say that at your company. And let's just be honest here. Something happened recently on YouTube. Something, well, they got a new CEO. And, well, I'm not 100% sure on this, but it is very likely that is one of my haters. That new CEO. Most likely. Because as soon as he became CEO, There's started to be just problems all over my channel, and there were already problems to begin with. But then it just started again, and he's been with YouTube for a long time, apparently. I'm surprised it didn't just take down my channel entirely, but that would probably be too suspicious. YouTube, the anti-fun brigade strikes again. That's what it feels like. Yes. So am I supposed? What should I do? Should I make like a Logan Paul video, where I go around and harass innocent people? Is that the type of content you want, YouTube? Should I start going outside and scream in people's faces? That would be. I'm sure that would work well on YouTube. Hold on, let me read up in chat. It's based on engagement, so likes on this on this stream, polls and chats speed all send the video send more people. Oh. So you mean all the more engagement there is, but what about people? So this is the issue. When it comes to showing up in people's recommended or some other stuff, yes, I would very much like YouTube to promote my videos more, especially since I put so much effort into it and want to educate people. But when it comes to people who are subscribed and have the notification on, they should be notified about my videos. Why isn't YouTube notifying people who are subscribed to my channel and want to see my content? Arigato Vomitono for the link. Yes, go check that out. The one that Vomi put in there. You see? Let's dump YouTube and all go to Nico Nico. That would be great. That's a great website. They should compete with YouTube, definitely. By the way, how is the audio? I forgot to check with your swordlings. Dress up as a cowboy and harass Western culture, Sef-sama. That would be omoshiroi. Well, I wouldn't wanna. I do have a cowboy hat, actually, but it feels like I have too much. I have too much pride. And I respect people too much to be able to do that. I could not do something like that. Mike is picking up a small bus, but it's fine. Oh, I know what that is. It should be noise. How is that? Is that better? It was turned off. Oh, there we go. Maybe my English bad to understand this situation, but I think YouTube hasn't commented on your tweet. I just can't find it. Can't you see the tweets? Are they hiding them? Maybe YouTube is hiding the tweets. That could be the case. Even million view channels complain about the same thing. A video only breaks through to recommendations if the click rate is very, very distasteful. It's like a race to make the worst clickbait. Okay? That is very... Well, arigato for the information, Kenny-kun. Well, that shouldn't be... Well, I don't know what to say. I don't know what YouTube is thinking. Shouldn't they prioritize good content creators and their content? Let's see. Cowboy hat scene in the Devil Trigger music video. That's right. It's in that video. Arigato once again. I liked your Final Fantasy... No, it's a Square Enix. Iceberg. If you make another one, could you add in the Lake Macalnia and the Hidden Sin? Well, I probably won't be making a Iceberg video anytime soon. I'm thinking, when it comes to those types of videos, I'm thinking about doing them on streams instead. Going over facts and stuff on stream. I think that would be good. Make a video with Joachim. Well, it will happen sooner or later. I've been talking to Joachim for a bit. The last month or so, we both have been pretty busy, but we're talking, and I went to his apartment a few weeks ago, and I bought some sushi with me that we could have. It was good. Chef, any thoughts on the food poisoning outbreak at the Baka Sushi bars in LA? I don't know anything about that, but since it's a Western place, then yes, I'm not surprised. They probably don't care about the quality of the food in general over there. You have a very kawaii poster behind you. Yes, it is. Okay. Are you looking forward to the Resident Evil 4 remake? Well, as some of you know, I do like Resident Evil 4, the original one. But the remake, I have seen it, and it does look like an updated Resident Evil 4, which I did like. Now, hopefully it's not too scary. It might have made it scarier than the original one. As some of you know, I have I when it comes to horror games, I They're very scary. But I just wonder why YouTube give shit about who only uploading JRPGs. I mean, there's tons of YouTubes who always post hateful content. It's true. I don't know why I am targeted. That's why I think there's someone on YouTube who does probably a Nintendo fan. I'm thinking that CEO, like I said, could be a culprit. But I don't have enough evidence right now. I'm going to have to do some research on that. Not as scary as the random encounter noise in Golden Sun, surely. Yes, that's true. That game has some very they have jump scare for the random encounters in that game. If you go check out my review from, I think it was 2018. It's very strange why they decided to do that. If you don't make terrible clickbait videos, then in YouTube's eyes you're a second-class citizen. Any interest in claiming an abandoned residence in Japan? There's all sorts of houses in the mountainside. They're all free, and you'd make a perfect mayor. Yes, there are. So in Japan in the 80s, there were a lot of businesses and schools and stuff that opened up because the economy was booming in Japan at the time. And they started up businesses and built a lot of different houses and buildings. And then once the economy boom ended in Japan, a lot of them moved back to the bigger cities, to Tokyo or Osaka, and started their business there. And then just those buildings became abandoned, but some of them are in really good condition still, and there are a few people who actually buy them, and some of them, like Kenny-kun says, they're free. Some of them. I do want to live in the countryside when I move to Japan. That would be my end goal. I want a house in the countryside. But maybe, yes, some of the abandoned houses there, it could be very. They could be very good. I don't know what's more kawaii, scary games or YouTube's algorithm. Yes, that is true. Let's see. Yes, YouTube only cares about their own profit. Seth, I think you're so handsome that YouTube may find you too erotic. And oh, Dai-san, arigato for becoming a swordling. Yes, you can become. I'm pretty sure you can become a member for for $1, by the way, and you will have access to some emotes. What's your next game review? Well, I can say this at least. It's most likely not going to be a game, but it is a review. I don't understand why random encounter filter modern gamers so much. I've seen so many people call turn-based combat archaic as well. Being able to go on an adventure at your own pace is timeless. Yeah, I think it's just a bunch of Westerners. Have you heard any Japanese or just Eastern Asians complain about turn-based combat in JRPGs? No. I think it's just because Westerners they're too impatient and they wanna just play violent games that don't require any kind of strategy or anything. They just wanna press buttons and things happen on screen. That's all they want. Any new anime you've been enjoying lately? I had a great time with the Sugoi Bochisaroku. Yes, that's a fun one. I have watched it a bit. It's well made. I am very concerned though with some of the people that are watching it. There's a lot of people who relate to Bochi-chan, which is concerning. It's very concerning, because it's supposed to be ridiculous, and it's supposed to be a comedy. So people are taking it seriously when that's not what it's supposed to be. It's very strange. But yes, I have I have watched Onimai, which is currently my favorite, which you certainly should check out. Chef-sama, I saw your Variety Gamer score pic on Twitter the other day. Why did you left Metal Gear in there? By Kami-sama, I almost spat out my Japanese-style cha out when I saw that. Are you talking about the list of all the Japanese games? Well, to explain, the Metal Gear games, Metal Gear Solid, Metal Gear Solid 2, those are good games, because they were at the time when Kojima actually cared about making good games and didn't push too much of his Western influenced agenda into his game. He wanted to I'm pretty sure Kojima just wanted to convert the whole team into putting a bunch of Westerner things in it. There were a lot of people behind the team that made the games better, and Kojima they couldn't let him go all out with his Western tastes. But now it's completely everyone just lets Kojima do whatever he wants, and it's awful. Metal Gear Solid 3 is too much of a James Bond film. I think it's too much. I do think it's too much in that game. That game is okay though, because it has a lot of Japanese game design in it. But you can tell that they couldn't hold Kojima back much longer. My friends and I have Chef-sama Sundays. We love you. Oh, arigato, David-san. So you're watching me right now? That sounds great. Chef-sama, would you call Kojima a hack? Speaking in gaijin terms. That is, yes, that is pretty close. That's what I would call him. Did I miss anything? Any plans to tackle the Japanese train industry? A Densha de Go video would be super sugoi. Or the train industry. I do know that I haven't. I used to look into it a bit when I was younger. There's a whole community of train enthusiasts in Japan, and I really want to look into it more. It's been a long time. Good thing you mentioned it. There's so many wonderful things about Japan, that it's. You get lost in it. There's so much stuff that you can talk about. It's really interesting. Chef-sama, do you have an anime list, such as my anime list or Anilist? I have, but I don't know where it is right now. I could share with you if I talked about it on stream before. And I've shown my list as well. I have it somewhere, but I don't know where it is. And I need to update it. Chef, I'm watching you on the toilet. I'll take you everywhere. Well, that's good to know. Yes, it's good that you can watch anything from wherever you are right now. You can have entertainment on the go. Chef-sama, why are you live streaming on YouTube? Well, the reason is because a lot of Swordlings wanted me to stream on here. For now, I haven't streamed on Twitch for a while, but I will get back to there later. Clone-san, ohayo. Chef-sama, have you seen Bakemonogatari? Only the most intelligent and sugoi Westerners can truly understand its meaning. You surely would like it. I have. I've watched most of the Monogatari series, and I've also read the light novels. And they're very interesting, because when you read it in Japanese, it's way better. It's something that can't be translated, which some of you probably know. But the Monogatari series are so well written in Japanese that it's pretty much impossible to translate it into any other language. I'm so glad I learned about Girugameshu in your new video. Girugameshu is such an interesting character. Yes, he is great. He's a very fun character. Chef-sama, can you do a sushi review for us today? Oh, well, I don't have any sushi that I can eat right now. I've already eaten enough today. I thought that this would make for a nice little, well, it would look nice on stream. Speaking of Girugameshu, have you seen the Baka Westerners in the 2009 SakuraCon commercial? No, I have not. Chef-sama, have you ever encountered a yokai when hiking? No, I actually haven't. They mostly possess items and people and households. You don't really find them in the wild too often here. I'm sure that's more common in Japan, though. I've gone hiking many times. I went with Joachim that one time, who made a video, and I felt no presence of any yokai or anything like that. So, yes, not yet. Can you fight Mr. Beast next? I have seen of Mr. Beast before. I have not watched any of his videos, other than maybe a little bit here and there. Well, they're not really that. It's not my type of content, and he also doesn't really do any content about any Japanese culture or JRPGs or anything interesting, I think. Even though I'm pretty sure he enjoys Japanese culture, he should really start making stuff like that. He has a big influence because he has a lot of viewers. Chef-sama, would you do a Dance Dance Revolution video at some point? I'm sure you have the most sugoi dance moves. I have played a lot of DDR back in the day. Now, it's been a while though, so but I'm sure I could still get back into it. I thought kappas hung out in the rivers. Yes, they do. But we never saw one. So probably in Japan. Did you play GTA 5 campaign? No, I did not. I only played that San Andreas game. And that was enough. That was really gross. Is it fine to link the SakuraCon commercial in chat? Yes, it should be. I can't watch it right now, though, because opening links, it's my computer can't really handle opening new stuff while streaming. But it's good if you post it, because I can check it out later. Where's the music? There we go. I saw you playing GTA 5. No, I have never played that game. Well, you might count someone else with a similar name to mine who did it. You might remember back in the day. This was many years ago now. There was a YouTube video on my channel. I will see if any of you swordlings can figure out. But yes, that's a point. That's a good point to bring up. That the GTA video with the Chef Daddy 57 one. There were some GTA 5 footage in there, but I don't play that game, and I didn't want to play the game. So my brother Dave, he played it and recorded some footage for me to use. In case you're wondering, I have not actually played that game myself. Konbanwa. Okay, so, my swordlings, we have talked about the problem with YouTube, and that tweet that I made of YouTube, which Vomidono linked earlier. I just want to say that it would be super sugoi if you can go and like and retweet that tweet so that more people can see it, and maybe YouTube will fix it, because with enough pressure they will not be able to hold back any longer, and they would have to fix my channel. So yes. Anyways, my swordlings, another topic that I have for today that I think will be interesting is that I actually have opened up my Iryohinten, my clothing store, again. That's right, there is a link down below. In the description, you can find a link to my clothing store and some other stuff as well. There you will find the Sephiroth Sword 57 merch, which I don't have them up on screen right now, so I can't show you the designs, but I have 3 designs on the website, in the store, which is the Super Sugoi design, the Budo design, which is based on Dimension Cross Ryubudo Taijutsu, or in Japanese, Jingen Cross Ryubudo Taijutsu. And there's the third one is the Fighting Streamers merch design. There's other stuff other than clothes, of course. You have the typical, the t-shirts, the hoodies, and stuff like that. But there's also mugs with the design. There's also stickers, small things like that. So go check it out. I had it closed for a while because it wasn't working properly, but it's now open, and it is. You can go and buy stuff from there right now, and I made sure to balance so that every purchase is as cheap as possible for your swordlings. Unfortunately, they do take a big cut because the store itself provides for everything, for shipping and just producing and everything. So I do get some money from it, but unfortunately, it would be a little bit. Well, I wish I could have it cheaper. Is what I meant to say. I'm drinking some vanilla milky tea from my Chef Sama mug right now. Well, there you go. We have a swordling who has one of those mugs. Yes, but go and check it out. Omidono has a link up there, and you can go and see if something is interesting, something that you would like. And if not, there's gonna be more designs in the future. So don't worry. My goal with the merch is that I want to be able to have Sephiroth Sword 57 ties, and also hats would be great. Unfortunately, I don't have any kind of contacts or the kind of budget to do anything like that at the moment. But in the future, that is one of my goals. A gi would also be great. A gi specifically for Dimension Cross Ryubudo Taijutsu. I'm sure a lot of swordlings who are gonna be become practitioners in that martial art are gonna find that very useful. A Super Sugoi pillow for comfy sleeping every time. Yes, there's also pillows, that's right. Are you planning to add a Chef-sama Dakimakura to the Iryohinten? Oh, they don't have that on there. But that's a very good idea. I'm sure some of you swordlings would. But unfortunately I can't provide that for you right now. Chef-sama, what is your thoughts on Jujutsu Kaisen? It is really great. You swordlings should watch it. I have read the manga and I have watched the anime a little bit, but I have not caught up with it. I still read it from very early on. I think I got 30 chapters or something. And then I was caught up at the time, so I couldn't continue reading. Oh. The dream, a bed filled with dakimakuras of Chef-sama, Aniki, and Nanami-chan. Oh, a Nanami one would actually be great. What is your favorite Japanese comedian? Do you like the Downtown Boys? Oh, yes, Matsumoto and Hamada? Yes, they are great. They are the best comedians in the world. They are some of the best. If you swordlings have not watched Downtown, the Japanese comedy show, you definitely should. They have been a big influence to Japanese comedy and just comedy in general worldwide. So you should definitely check them out. But yes, that is a very those have always been good. When I discovered Japanese culture, I remember there was not a lot of you couldn't really watch a lot of videos in the early 2000s before YouTube. It was really hard to find clips, but there were clips of downtown surfacing around at the time, and I thought it was really funny. Ken Shimura, oh, there we go. Yes, absolutely. You're right. Japan has so many comedians. Unfortunately, I see a lot of Westerners who don't understand the comedy in Japan. I don't know if it's because they're dumb, or if they just they don't find comedy funny to begin with. Oh. Well, I've gone over the things that I wanted to talk about. And I will be streaming for a while longer, so don't worry. But I want to talk about a little bit about the future of the channel. As you probably noticed, I have uploaded a couple of YouTube shorts to the channel, which they were all made by my brother Dave. Because I need to focus on my new content for you swordlings. But he also said that I should probably look into the shorts and upload some of those, some old clips and stuff. And I say, well, if you can do it, then go ahead. So there's been a few of those, and they've gotten a lot of views. They've gotten more views though than my normal videos. All the four shorts that have gone up since the review, the Chrono Trigger Definitive Special Edition review, they have gotten more views than that review. All the shorts, which is while I do like that are getting views, I wish that YouTube would send out my normal videos as well. But what can you do? It seems like we're just gonna have to keep pushing YouTube. But those shorts have been doing well, and from what it seems, a lot of them are from new viewers. A lot of new viewers. And I've gotten some new swordlings from that. I did see an increase in subscribers a little bit. So they're definitely worthwhile while I'm working on the big reviews and other big videos. I'll keep focusing on my projects while that is happening. But I wanted to talk about the next stream that I'm doing, because I think it's something that you swordlings should keep an eye out for when I'm doing it. I'm thinking about doing it next weekend, because the last week I was thinking about doing a stream, and it never happened. So I'm doing it now, and so the next week I'm thinking about doing a lore video or stream rather, because I want to go over some of the Sephiroth Sword 57 timeline and the current timeline that is, and also talk about all the different lore concepts, all the different story elements and the characters, and I think it's gonna be great. And it's a great time for you Swordlings to ask things about the lore, the Sephiroth Sword 57 lore. And of course, you can also check out if you want to look at all the canon video to the storyline. There is a playlist of the timeline, which you can go check out. It has all the videos, and they're in the right order as well. Viewing order, because some videos were released in different orders. I need to know what happens to Seth after the Breath of the Wild review. Yes, well, if you have seen Sephiroth Sword 57 Gaiden, then you know that is the outcome that happens. But what actually happened right after Breath of the Wild? Why doesn't Sephiroth Sword 57 remember anything and then get his memories back? Because if you remember from the end of the Breath of the Wild, he gets oh wait, I should save it for the next stream. I got a little ahead of myself there. But for the next stream, we're gonna be talking about the Sephiroth Sword 57 show lore, and it's all the way up to Gaiden. So it assumes that you have watched all the Sephiroth Sword 57 show episodes up until Gaiden. I didn't notice you have a store tab on your channel page. That's even better than me. Oh, that's right. There is a tab on my YouTube channel that is just a store tab, and you can access the store right there. But yes, that is also a way for you to quickly see what kind of products I have. Okay. Just getting a little bit to drink. Oh. Well, yes. The future for the channel, I have a lot of things planned for this year, which I can't talk about. I won't be spoiling it for the Swordlings. There's so much, there's so many things I want to do, and if I say what I'm going to do, I don't want to ruin the surprise, but also I don't know how long some of the things that I want to do is going to take, so that's why I can't say anything right now. Your beard looks very nice. Well, arigato, Du-san. Yes, I do take care of my beard quite well. The Chinese Communist Party just bought Square. No, they did not. Why are you coming into the stream and saying such things? You shouldn't lie. Any tips on how to fight off a bear while hiking? Well, it's easy. First off, as long as you aren't scared, they won't do anything, because they can feel fear. They can feel emotions. So if you're not scared, then they won't approach you. Looking back, was the Square Enix merger a good or a bad? A good thing. We got all the best JRPGs in one place. It couldn't get any better than that. It was amazing. I remember the day when it happened as well. I didn't mention it in the video, in the Square Enix iceberg video, but I was so excited when it happened. And I was looking forward to the future of Square Enix and what they were gonna do, and wow, amazing! What an amazing company! Hello there, Sephiroth Sword 57. Oh, Beto-san, welcome. Any thoughts on angry video game reviewers, like Irate Gamer and Angry Video Game Nerd? Well, back in the day, I used to watch the Angry Video Game Nerd, and I thought his videos were very funny, and he was one of the influences for me to start making videos. I thought, wow, I could make videos like this. And then it turns out that he actually likes Nintendo games, which goes against everything I thought about him, because he made fun of Nintendo games in his videos. He played a bunch of bad games on there. So I was very disappointed. I was hoping that he would not be one of the brainwashed ones. But unfortunately, well, playing Nintendo games, playing bad games is the same thing. Yes, it is. Well, carrying a katana would be good when you're out. I usually only have my bokken, which I have right here. I'm always ready. I always have my bokken with me. If there ever is anyone while they're trying to enter my apartment, I am ready. I think they have a place, but they have to be very funny, or they don't hold up. Comedy is the hardest content to hold up. It is, well, I personally do some comedy in my videos. I do put in some jokes in some of my earlier videos. I'd like to put in a little bit of jokes here and there. I don't really do comedy as just a, well, type of content. I mostly want to focus on bringing truths to YouTube. Do bears often try to break into your apartment? No, that has never happened. I haven't had anyone break into my apartment, which is good. But you have to be on your toes when you live in the West. It could happen at any time. I'm surprised he never really played any Kusoge. Death Crimson or Hoshiwo Miruhito would make great videos. Has he not? I have not watched the Angry Video Game Nerd in many, many years. That must been before I started YouTube. I actually talked about the Angry Video Game Nerd in my first Q&A video, I believe. I did mention him there as an influence, I think. I have mentioned him on the channel, at least, before. It frightens me that some viewers think your warning about criminals in the GTA review is more funny than alarming. It should be alarming. Because why would you laugh at that? You're laughing at brainwashing people into becoming criminals? I guess it's just people who enjoy criminals, and they probably are criminals, all of them. And Transformers on Famicom, but he mostly focuses on simple titles with English translations. Okay. Well, I have never watched any of that. Oh, Ranma! Yes, that is a classic. It's a really funny anime and manga. I read all the manga. It must have been, I don't know, but it was fairly early on with me as Sef-sama when I found out about manga. And it was, I'm not gonna say a number, but it was among the first 10 mangas I ever read. What an exquisite and tasteful piece of art you have in your wall. Yes, yes. I think I'm gonna put some more stuff up in here. There are a Sef-sama, does your Sanpakto have a name? No, it does not. I did not actually. I did have a name, but it's been so long. I have to go check out the script, which I do think I still have somewhere on this computer. Are you utilizing other platforms? Other platforms? What do you mean? Like Twitter? Well, I have the Twitch channel, but I haven't streamed on there since last year. Sefsama, when on the topic of criminals, would you consider pirating a retro title that is out of print and has not been re-released a criminal act? Are you then as bad as the GTA criminal? Well, I'm not gonna answer this right now, because I actually I have something planned where this is one of the topics. So you're going to have to wait and see what my answer is to that. I would pay for a monthly Sefsama fanzine. I wonder if that's possible through the store. I don't think they have something like that on the store, unfortunately, but that is a very fun idea. Maybe it's something that could be done for the Patreon, maybe? I would have to look into that, because that's a really fun idea. Oh. Have you thought of making another game, Sefsama? Well, I don't think I can answer that question either. Not at this moment. A sugoi way for the official, unofficial Sef-sama fan manga to make print. That's right! There is a Sephiroth Sword 57 fan manga out there, actually. I remember that. It was posted on the... Wasn't that posted on the Sephiroth Sword 57 Discord server when that was still alive? Setsuri-san, welcome to the stream. Nice, managed to catch you live. Love the new layout. It's like you're really in Japan, right? Yes, it's really nice. I really enjoyed this one. I also like the idea of changing some of the stuff for every stream. Just a little bit of oh, by the way, you probably noticed when it comes to the chat, it's last stream it didn't actually work, and I didn't know if I could fix it, but it looks like it looks fine. At least I think so. From here, it looks fine. What do you think of those people who just enter as their name in RPGs? Lazy. What, and also disrespectful. Okay, especially if you play a game like Final Fantasy VII or another story-based JRPG, and you change the name of the characters that the developers chose. Oh. Got places to go, gotta follow my rainbow. Oh. Well, Claudio-san, arigato for the $4.99. Arigato. Now, unfortunately, it doesn't put it in the goal that I have, which you see, I still have the goal for my new PC. But I will add to it later. once I because what YouTube does is that you don't actually get the money through donations. What YouTube does is that they take 30% and then they put it towards the income that you get on the AdSense. So it's that's how Super Chat works. So I can't add it onto there until I actually got into the payment from YouTube, which is once every month. Wouldn't be a fighting streamer stream without Crush 40. That's right. But arigato. Let me actually read that, because we haven't gotten any other super chat in on this stream. A small token of appreciation for your wonderful work. Can you send a greeting to a friend of mine? His name is Hanan. He's a big Korone fan. Oh, he's a Koroneski. Really? That's great. Well, Hanan-san. Konnichiwa. Oh, Pomidono, there is actually a link to it right there. I will be checking it out again after the stream. Speaking of Patreon, would you consider a level that's slightly higher than Super Swordling? Well, I don't have one right now, but I can add it because that is something that I really want to go over as well. I can actually talk about that, although I won't be revealing it in detail. There is actually a ranking system for you swordlings. There are, of course, some of you here who are super swordlings. There are people above it. There are a lot of ranks. And for those who are just subscribed to the channel, they are the base level swordlings. Which I will go over in greater detail later, but it is something that I have been working on for a while, just so that you swordlings have some goals as swordlings. You can make it across the. You can climb up the ranks and become stronger. Omaroso-san, konbanwa. Welcome. But yes, like I said, there's gonna be a ranking system implemented. I wish YouTube had something that could make it work, so you can so that I can give out ranks to the swordlings. That would be really cool. But unfortunately, the way it is right now, it doesn't really work. Maybe it's something for the future. However, the CEO will probably not listen to me, from what it seems like. So, I don't know. My dream is to one day become the one swordling. Been watching Kaiji and it gave me a few ideas. Oh, really? Well, good luck. And ganbatte. Yes, there is one spot for the one swordling who wants on the Patreon. If you want to become the one swordling, there's only one spot for you. Which you can go check out. That is a tier that is exclusive to one person. And of course, there is the organization Swordling, which is my secret organization. I can't talk about it, obviously, only the members of the organization gets to know what's being said in there. Anyway, plans for the future. Well, since we are talking about it, I'm going to update the Patreon, with some just to make it look better, have it up to date, stuff like that. And yes, that's pretty much it when it comes to that. But what else? I had more stuff. I talked about the ranking, new videos coming. Well, there is a lot. What? Okay, I've seen that name, that name of that game in the chat. I'm not going to talk about it on stream or anywhere else. Anyway. There was something else that I wanted to talk about. That was from the earlier in the stream. Let's see here. I have a list of... Well, there we go. Okay, so I pretty much talked about everything that I have listed. It's okay, Omaru-san. It's okay. Let's focus on something else. Have you Swordlings played any cool JRPGs recently? Or revisited some classics, maybe? I'm curious. Of course, I have revisited Final Fantasy VII for February. I play through Final Fantasy VII again, like I do every February, because it is Final Fantasy February after all. Did you Swordlings play any Final Fantasy? Started playing Final Fantasy VIII recently. I'm excited to play through that one. Oh, that's a great game. I'm considering replaying Legend of the Gaia. You should. That's a great game. And I actually haven't played that in a long time. Oh, I should definitely... Oh, I should play that soon. I'm going to replay Final Fantasy IX for Final Fantasy February. Great choice. Wow. What do you think of Final Fantasy V? I think it deserves more recognition. Yes, my Swordlings, you should go and play Final Fantasy V for the PlayStation. It's a really good game. I played through that one, well, I think I played through it 4 or 5 times. Not as much as Final Fantasy VII, but it is a really fun game. I'm well into Final Fantasy VI, gathering my party and preparing for the final battles. That is great. Yes, that's also a really great game. All the Final Fantasy games are great. I saw that they have done those pixel remasters as well, which I have not played. Uh, but they are coming out for the PS4, right? I don't know why they didn't do. I think something went wrong because they released it on PC, I believe, but not on PS4. Something must have gone wrong during development, or they must have missed some details there. Did you enjoy Final Fantasy X? Yes, it is one of the best games ever made. I got it for the... Oh, 13? Yes, 13 is amazing. I remember when I pre-ordered that. That was the most... I can say this, it was the most anticipated I've been for a Final Fantasy games. And it lived up to the hype. Interesting. Interesting, Wokan-san. Interesting. Do you have a PS5 yet, Sef-sama? I do not. I don't have the money for a PlayStation 5 at the moment. But I need to get one before Final Fantasy 16 comes out so I can play it. Uh, 10 was great, but I know a lot of people didn't like it. Well, probably Westerners. So it would make sense. Like I said, in the iceberg, I did talk about how Westerners didn't understand the story and they had to change it. Well, it didn't really matter because Westerners didn't really get it anyway. And they complain about the story, they complain about things happening and how characters act, which doesn't make any sense. They just don't understand. Aren't they just don't have the understanding to enjoy a story on that level. I want to get into Breath of Fire games. Which one is the best to start with? 3. Breath of Fire 3 is a really good one. 3 and 4 are really fun. Hello friend, what are you discussing? We are talking about JRPGs. Right now. Oh, I should rewatch all the Final Fantasy movies, from Spirits Within and onward. You should, yes, and put the Final Fantasy anime on the list as well. It is really fun. It's funny when it's localized to be easy to understand, but people still don't understand it. But it also makes me concerned for the future of humanity. Well, the West, really, is the problem. And it doesn't get any better, unfortunately. I have been on Twitter and I have left completely normal tweets, and I see these Westerners getting angry and start making fun of me, even though I'm completely right. Just maniac behavior overall. Have you heard of Final Fantasy XII? Of course. Of course, I played it on release. And it's also really great. Twitter is truly an awful place. It really is. It is almost as bad as 4chan. But even on 4chan, they were not as annoying. And I got banned from there, so I guess I didn't get to see too much of them. But yes, Twitter is like just trying to talk normally on there, and they're just getting. Oh, Japanese Twitter is a nice planet. Yes, I follow Japanese artists and just Japanese people, and they tweet normal, nice things, and they talk about things that they enjoy and all the good and just good things. And then you have you have these Westerners who keep complaining and crying on Twitter. And that's when I think these people need to get off. Go play a JRPG. Maybe go learn something new. Educate yourself. What? It's really stupid. Yes, I have. Although the Twitter has been good for notifying you sword links and posting some of my stuff to the internet, some of my art and things, so you swordlings can see. When it comes to having conversations on there, people are really. I remember that one time when people didn't know who Shadow the Hedgehog was, and when I informed them, all of them were like, "Oh, we know. We're just saying that it's not as a joke," and that's just they're obviously lying. They obviously don't know, and they're embarrassed to admit that they don't know the character. It's so obvious. Just saying the wrong name for a character, if they actually consider that to be a funny thing, which is obviously isn't, they're just lying, then they have issues. It's not. How is that funny? It's not even a joke. It's trying to save face. Yes, that's exactly it. Sef-sama, have you tried studying your family tree? You probably have Japanese ancestors. That would explain your understanding of Japanese culture. I have not. I have not done that. Which is, I've been curious about checking out my DNA. I would like to do that. If possible, but it is pretty expensive. I looked it up, and you have to pay. Was it up? I think the one that I looked at was like $40, just to have your You send in. They send you a thing, and then you leave a sample of your DNA, and they can figure out your ancestors. Do you enjoy corn dogs? Corn dogs. What are corn dogs? I don't know what that is. Oh, arigato for the subscription. Do you consider yourself to be a Westerner? Well, I am objectively a Westerner. Spiritually, I feel more Japanese, and I felt more home when I was in Japan than I was here. So, I obviously belong in Japan. They might steal your DNA and make an evil clone of you. Be careful. Can they do that? A DNA test sounds perfect for another donation goal. that is true, but we will be reaching that way faster than any of the others. By the way, if you want to add to the goal directly, which means I will get your money immediately, there's a link in the description, and that means that YouTube won't be taking a share out of it, like with Supacha. If you want to support the channel, you could also alternatively become a patron. If you want to you can become a patron for 1 month. If you want to make a single donation that way. Chef Samba, do you have a favorite waifu? I've gotten this question a lot ever since I started my channel, and my answer is still the same. It's impossible to just choose one, right? It's just hard. Would an evil clone be named Cloud Sword 57? Mario Hammer 69? Surely. Yes, that would be a bad... Yes, it would be a bad character, a bad weapon, and, well, something else with the numbers. My favorite Japanese, it is tonkatsu ramen. It's my favorite, which you, I actually on the Patreon I have listed the things that I like, and I think one of the things that I have on there is, Quimpus Castono. Oh, arigato for the 5. Well, look at that, it did work. Well, arigato. That was $5. Did it work? It just worked that easily? Quimpus Castono. Wow, it's been a while. I recognize that name. Ikuse. Yes, well, I could take a little detour from getting the PC to get the DNA test. If you swordlings are interested. Tips on growing a beard like yours. I am Japanese and got no facial hair. Really? I have heard that a lot of current Japanese can't grow facial hair that well, which is too bad, because if you go back historically, there were so many just well, good-looking gentlemen back in Japanese history that would have a beard or a mustache, and they were usually very high-ranking or just well, very wealthy men. Unfortunately, since you can't grow to begin with that well, I believe there are products you can get that will help the beard growth. I have not tried those myself, so I can't say how well they work. But I think though that could be a thing you could try out. But other than that, if you have a beard, I use beard oil. The ones I use has a wooden scent to it that I use for my beard. I also have a beard comb that I use for my beard, and I also have I don't know what you call that, but it's for when you trim your beard. You have one of those that you can get out small pieces of hair from your beard. That's wait. There. Let me read up on chat. There must be one special girl that made you go, "Wow, she's amazing," from the first time you saw her. Hmm. Well, uh, well, I think I'm gonna. I think I'm. Uh, we should change the topic. uh, to the I can talk about that another time. Let's see. Maybe a long lost brother would be Cloud's sword. Oh, maybe. That's true. That could be the case. Do you have tips for balding men? I crave your wisdom. I am not balding, so I don't know. I also have very thick hair. I've always had, which is nice because I know people my age. You could probably ask Joachim. I can bring up to Joachim next time I see him. He's balding. He doesn't really have hair. Well, yes, I don't see being bald is a bad thing. There's like you said, there's a lot of anime characters, and think about the Shinto monks as well. There's a lot of people. There are a lot of people who are bald. They are very, very cool and just respectful individuals. So it's not a bad thing at all, really. But yes, I have not noticed any difference in my hair growth or any hair loss at all. I am 36. So it's well, I don't know. I never had an issue with it. Maybe it will come once I get a little older. But for now, I'm just gonna use whatever I have. Make the best out of it. Oh wow, we've almost been going for 2 hours. My sword links. Hold on. Oh. My phone went off. It was just an email. Oh yes. There was someone on Twitter who asked me if I wanted to create a Cameo account. Cameo is a account that or a service you can use to let your fans request videos, and they asked if I could do that because they wanted to request a video from me. So I applied to them to become a talent. You have to you can't just make an account. Apparently, you have to apply for them to become a talent, and they have not gotten back to me. And it's been over 2 weeks. I think they ignored my email. I have an older brother the same age as you. introduced me to PlayStation. Sadly, he doesn't play video games anymore. Why? There's so many good games coming out. Did he stop playing video games? Why is that? That is too bad. I have no idea why anyone would do that. Maybe they were influenced to stop doing it by someone else. Wouldn't want their other talents to lose income, I imagine. Well, I don't know. It seems like there's actors and stuff on there, so I don't know why they wouldn't let me in there. Because I have an audience that want me to, but they requested that kind of service. So I thought, well, I guess I could do that, but it didn't work. Very strange. Perhaps there's a similar Japanese site you could use instead. That is true. I could look into that. Maybe there is. He was eventually corrupted by bad games released on the platform, like GTA and God of War Ragnarok. That is probably the reason why. He played bad games and he thought that games had gotten worse. He should have just been playing Square Enix games and other JRPGs. He would have never stopped playing games if he did that. That is so sad. I'm sorry to hear about that, Dai-san. Well, what can you do? It's hard to convince them once they've made a decision like that. I know. I've been through that. It's okay, Seth-sama. I look up to you as my Aniki now. Oh, really? Well, that's really nice to hear. If only he played Dragon Quest. Yes. Oh, it's too bad. I thought you were going for a bite of that sushi just now. Yeah. I wish I could move my props and things with my hands like this. That would be really fun to do. Anyway. Yes, I have encountered people like that before who unfortunately, well, stop playing games. Video games altogether. I got really worried because I thought it happened to Joachim at first. I thought he stopped playing games. And then I saw when I went over to him a few weeks ago, he was actually playing Final Fantasy VII Remake. And he really liked it. So that made me really happy to know that he still enjoys video games. Oh, but we are almost getting close to the end of the stream. We'll be going for a little bit longer, so we are wrapping up. But if you have any questions, let me know right now, my sortings. A bit risky to make Joachim play Bloodborne and other FromSoft titles, Well, I couldn't really do anything about. What I did in the review is that I wanted to see from his perspective and try and convince me that the game was good, because I am open to other ideas. Unfortunately, he could not convince me, which speaks volumes of the game's quality in general. You shouldn't really have to convince people that the game is good. All you need to do is give them the controller and just make them feel the game. And games that are really good, you would only need to see a trailer, like with Final Fantasy 16. All you needed was a trailer to know, oh, this game is gonna be amazing when it comes out. Hey Donna-san. Welcome. Hey Josef-sama. I can't stay, but I'm glad I could catch your stream. Thanks muchly for your hard work. Well, arigato for stopping by. Daisu-san. Welcome. Yes, when it comes to... Oh, wait. Of course he does. Didn't you see how his face lit up when you showed him Bushido Blade? Yes, that's right. That was a really heartwarming. We actually did play Bushido Blade quite a bit later that day. That was really fun. Just because we used to play that when we were kids. We used to play Bushido Blade all the time. It was kind of that one game that we did when we were not when we could not decide which one of us would get the right game. Because if I've talked about this before, but me and Joachim both used to play a lot of JRPGs, and instead of us just buying every JRPG, we would instead we would both buy different JRPGs. So we never bought the same game as the other one. And so that we could borrow each other's games when we were done, and we could experience them. We were able to experience a ton of JRPGs on the PlayStation, and on the PlayStation 2 for a bit. And a lot of the time we couldn't really, we couldn't decide who wanted to get which game. So instead of arguing, we would instead play Bushido Blade to decide who would get the game. And of course the winner would choose what game they wanted, and the other one had to comply. I had to buy the other one. We did that because games were expensive back then as well, and sometimes games were even more expensive than we were today. That was a very fun time. Very efficient, Sef-sama. I imagine you never lost. Well, I did win quite a bit. I think one of them, I wanted to get Persona 1, and I think that one Joachim actually won. And I bought Vandal Hearts, which is also a really great JRPG for the PlayStation. It's a strategy RPG, and it's really great. Your brother streamed with a guy called Adam the other day. He looked a bit like Joachim, but wasn't as happy as Joachim usually is. Do you know this Adam? Yes, it is Joachim's twin brother, actually. So, he might have actually. I don't know. I don't think he was on this stream, but he has shown up on some of my streams a few times. Will you do more anime song covers? Your voice is so kakoi. Well, arigato, Victor-san. Yes, the answer is yes. I will be. I can't tell you when, but I am working on it. Sef-sama, I was curious if you lived together with your twin brother. No, I live on my own. And my... Hold on, what is this? Oh, it was nothing. Okay. Well, yes, I don't live with my brother. He live on his own as well. Well, arigato, Go-san. Of course, there will be more covers. I will always enjoy making cover songs. And I always like making music in general. I am a musician after all. But yes, you can look forward to that. When it's gonna happen, we will have to wait and see. But for now, I'm gonna be focusing on a bunch of stuff. I can't say anything. I am working hard on future content. But wasn't there a brief period where your brother Dave-san had to move in with you? Something to do with renovations? Yes, that is true. He has not appeared in one of my videos, but he did have to. He got to stay at my place for a while. Although it was only briefly. But that was fine. At the time, we did talk about a lot of JRPGs and stuff, and it was years ago actually. So, yes, it's been a while. Oh, my swordlings, we have reached 2 hours on the stream. Well, I just want to point out that if you want to support the channel in any way, of course, subscribing and liking this stream and leaving a comment on it would be very much appreciated. Once it has, once the stream has ended. If you want to support me in any other way, like on Patreon, there's a link in the description, or if you want to get merch, there's also that. And I would like to thank all my super swordlings on Patreon for supporting the channel, and I want to give an especially big arigato to Saidivu-san, who is my daimyoling on my Patreon. Arigato! But yes, there are other ways of supporting me, like which all would be a link in the description. So you can go there if you are curious. But yes, there is some new stuff happening. I am working on the next video, which will be up. Well, it won't take too long, I think, but we will see. But yes, once again, all the links are in the description if you wanna check out. Any of my Twitter, for example, or anything like that. If you're not following me, that is also a good idea. But anyway, I will be ending the stream here, my Swordlings. But it was great to catch up with you all, and well, arigato for the tsupacha and the donations as well. And I will see you Swordlings, well, I guess on the next stream. The next fighting streamers, that is. Have a good night, evening, morning, or day. Moshi mosh!